Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Farmer George. On today's episode, I have a very special guest. It's my twin brother, Billy. Say hi to everyone, Billy. Hey everyone, glad to be on the show. George has been hogging that spotlight for like almost 2 years now. Isn't that right? Very funny, Billy. Anyway, today we're going to be answering some of your frequently asked questions. I've kind of compiled a bunch of questions that I've gotten from all my social media outlets. And the topics are going to be grow lights and indoor gardening, hydroponics, my preferred growing method, and pruning. You ready, Billy? Yeah, I've been waiting for like 2 minutes for you to wrap it up. Let's go. Here's question number 1. What type of lighting do you use, and how do you prevent legginess in your plants? Yeah, I get this one a lot. I use 2 types of light. I use fluorescent and LED. The reason I use 2, this is my first year using LED and I had a great success. But I won't ever get rid of my fluorescent lights because fluorescent lights offer some heat. And when I germinate my plants, I often use fluorescent lights up top as well as a heat mat from the bottom to give a little bit more extra heat to expedite the germination process. As for legginess, and for those of you who don't know what legginess means, especially if you have fluorescent lights and you have the lights pretty far from the plant, or you have your plants on the windowsill, you'll notice your plants stretching out to the light. They'll start to get top heavy and they'll fall over and likely die if you don't transplant them and bury the stem. So to combat legginess using both different types of light, fluorescent lights I keep about 3 inches above the tallest seedling when I'm germinating because they all germinate at different rates. I don't burn the plant, number 1, and number 2, they're not stretching for the light to combat the legginess. When I get the desired amount of germinated seeds, I'll switch over to my LED lights, and you can keep the particular lights that I have, you can keep the lights about 10 to 12 inches above your tallest seedling, and it won't stretch and become leggy because the quality of light is much better with LED. And I'll put links to my little grow setup. It's like a grow cart almost. It's got 2 trays where I sit my peppers, and it's got adjustable fluorescent lights. And I'll also put a link in for the LED lights that I used. Billy, are you seriously sleeping right now? Oh yeah. Sorry, you lost me at germination. I hope your viewers appreciate this a little bit more than I do. Look man, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. No. It's all good. Won't happen again. Promise. Alright, let's go to question number 2. What kind of nutrients do you use in your hydroponics systems? And do you get a better tasting pepper from your hydroponic peppers compared to the peppers grown in ground? Yeah, I use General Hydroponics Flora series. It comes with 3 bottles, and on the back of the bottle it gives you like little recipes or instructions as to the ratio you need to use of each bottle depending upon the life cycle of your plants. So I definitely use that, and these these plants that you see out here, I'm using General Hydroponics Flora series. And then when my plants start to shoot out roots to the bottom of the solo cup, so just like you see the roots hanging out there at the bottom, the water in here is mixed with the General Hydroponics Flora series, and it just makes the plants that much more lush, bushy, and prolific. To answer the second part of the question, I don't really notice a difference in heat or taste when it comes to hydroponic peppers compared to growing peppers outside. What I do notice, this is not that big of a container, and the pods that are produced by these plants, kind of like goldfish. If you put a goldfish in a bowl, they'll only grow to the size of the container you have them. It's kind of like peppers. I've noticed I'll get larger peppers outside as opposed to the peppers I grow indoors in these smaller hydroponic setups. Was that short enough for you, Billy? Yeah, thanks for keeping it brief. All right, question number 3. What's your preferred grow method? And do you ever grow seeds directly sown into the ground? Man, lots of 2-part questions. Every year I start my peppers indoors in around mid-February. I'm in hardiness zone 8, so the last threat of frost is in about April time frame. I don't directly sow my seeds. I'll go to nurseries and buy pre-grown plants that are already hardened off and everything. Like I got zucchinis, cucumbers, and melons out there right now. But with my peppers, since I have the ability with the grow light set up and everything going on indoors, I'll start them early because I'll be able to get pods in May and June. Some of my plants already have flowers on them. The ones that I just gave up on and stopped pulling the buds off of, they already have flowers, and I'll have peppers this month. By the end of May, I'll have ripe ones, so that'll be good. As opposed to if I were to directly sow seeds out there. Today it's been in the 40s, and it's the beginning of May, so I really tend to grow all my peppers indoors first, and tomatoes, so that I can reap the benefits of the fruit earlier on in the summertime and have a longer growing season outside. All right, next question. What pruning method is better, topping or FIMming? And which pepper species benefit more from pruning? Yeah, FIMming definitely works better for me. I've done both topping and FIMming. I even have a video on topping versus FIMming. I did tomatoes like last year, and the results were that the tomatoes even do better with FIMming, because what FIMming does is it's less shock to the plant. You're not cutting the main stem, you're cutting above the main stem, and you're cutting the leaves above it. So you still are forcing the plant to not grow up right away, and it'll put more energy into growing those side shoots out. And with FIMming, I've even had that center stem still continue to grow. I've had other cases where it doesn't grow anymore, but I do get nice branches out from the side. And then I get more flowers and consequently more peppers after that. And then the second part of that question was which pepper species is better to FIM or prune? I would say the best species that benefits best from pruning is the Capsicum chinense. So those are your habaneros, your ghost peppers, Scotch bonnets, those types, Carolina Reapers. You'll get like a much bushier plant. This plant I have right here is actually a Bourgogne chocolate, and I mean, just look at how bushy this plant is, and it's gonna just explode and have a lot stronger of a branch system because of it. The capsicum anims, like your cayennes and your jalapenos, those tend to grow really tall, and if you start them early in your house, to keep them, the pruning is more for, not necessarily, you won't see bushiness like I just showed. You'll see more, you'll have more control over those plants, because if you just let them grow, they'll grow to the light, and they'll keep growing to the light. Like those can get up to like 6-7 feet tall. So pruning them, it does help the side shoot production a little bit more, but the biggest benefit I see from those types of peppers is just keeping it under control until you're ready to let them loose outside. All right, last question. This isn't one of the ones you wrote down. This one's for me. Why do you call yourself Farmer George? More like Gardener George. Just because, man, it's got a nice ring to it. Oh, good answer. Stupid. You know what's stupid? Your mustache. Yeah. Okay. Time to sign off, I guess. But before we do that, George had a 20 seed variety seed giveaway a couple episodes back, and the winner, Alex Recchia, has still not claimed his prize. So we're going to give you a week here, Alex, until Friday, May 10th at 11:59 Eastern Standard Time to claim your prize. So in order to do that, comment to this video and let us know how we can get in contact with you. For everybody else, in case Alex doesn't respond, we still got to give away these seeds. What you got to do to be in the running for these seeds is comment to this video of what type of content you want to see next, and your comment could be featured in one of the upcoming Farmer George episodes. So you'll get the same deadline, 11:59 next Friday, and George will cut it off then. Then George will randomly select a comment from this video, and he'll get in contact with you in the next video and let you know that you've won. And that's if Alex Recchia doesn't get back to us. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching Farmer George. I'm sure he'll appreciate it if you click this logo when it pops up and subscribe to his channel. Throw him a like, You want to say it or me? Go for it. Sweet. Okay. All right. He's Farmer George, and I'm Brother Billy. Let's share and grow together. See you next time.